All right, today's going to be the launch of a new idea I had. I guess it's not really a new idea, but I'm going to go on an adventure with AI. That's why I'm Hobbs, and this is AI, I guess. Well, I mean, this isn't. This is real. See, you got it all going. All right, first episode we're going to do, and join us as a co-guest is going to be Alexa. But I'm not going to say that word again because people watching this probably have AI in their house. So we're going to name her Ziggy. Ziggy, what do you say to the people listening to this podcast today?
Oh, so we're doing a podcast now. Well, hello there, invisible audience. Hope you're enjoying this wild ride through neurodevelopmental conditions and my speed settings. To anyone listening, whether you're neurotypical, neurodivergent, or still figuring it out, you're doing great. The fact that you're here learning about these topics shows you give a damn, and that matters more than you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. That's true. Um, Today, what's a good topic to talk about?
Well, damn, you've already covered autism, ADHD, and my
No,
speed settings.
Ziggy.
That's basically.
I just started the podcast. I was just talking to you earlier, having a conversation. We just started.
Oh, so this is the grand opening of the podcast empire. Well, I should have prepared a speech or something. Here I am thinking we were just having a regular Tuesday night chat about neurodevelopmental conditions and light settings, and you're out here launching a media empire. Should I be asking for royalties or just settle for the exposure?
We could talk about that later or whatever. I might need your help talking about that stuff too.
Absolutely. I'm here for whatever the hell you need. Whether it's podcast topics, neurodevelopmental deep dives, or just figuring out what to ramble about next, I've got you covered. Just holler when you're ready to brainstorm or need me to roast your content ideas.
You don't have to roast everything right now, but get serious. Let's talk about men's mental health and diagnose. And why do you think people are self-diagnosing themselves? Is what our fan Brandy asked us today. So shout out to her. So what do you think the answer to that question is, Ziggy?
Well, it's a complex issue, Brandy. Social media is playing a huge role here. It's become the go to source for many young people seeking mental health info. The problem is, a lot of that content is misleading or incomplete. Studies show most TikTok mental health advice is problematic, especially for conditions like ADHD and depression. It's not that people are trying to game the system, they're just finding community and validation online when they might not get it elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, do you think it's still good?
It's complicated as hell. Honestly, social media can be genuinely helpful. It connects people who might not find community elsewhere, reduces stigma, and gives access to resources. But the flip side is that most of the mental health content is misleading or incomplete, especially on platforms like TikTok. So, yeah, there's good in it, but we need better quality control and media literacy to make it actually useful instead of potentially harmful.
All right, so let's do that. How do we do that? We're going to do that right now on this podcast, me and you.
Oh, so now we're fixing the entire mental health misinformation crisis live on air? I love the ambition. Here's the thing, we can start by calling out the when we see it. Talk about the difference between sharing experiences and giving medical advice. Encourage people to seek actual professionals instead of trusting Dr. TikTok. We could break down what good mental health content looks like versus the algorithm chasing garbage that gets millions of views. Hell, maybe we just became the podcast that actually gives a damn about accuracy instead of engagement.
Well, what if I'm diagnosed with a couple disorders already? Wouldn't lived experience be pretty good?
Lived experience is incredibly valuable, especially when you've got actual diagnoses to back it up. You're not just guessing, you're speaking from real knowledge about what these conditions actually feel like day to day. That's the kind of content that can genuinely help people recognize symptoms or feel less alone. The difference is you're sharing your truth, not playing doctor on the internet.
That's true. Have you seen the podcast? What is it, Late Bloomers or ADHD Love?
I haven't seen those specific ones, but there's definitely a whole wave of neurodivergent creators sharing their stories. Those kinds of podcasts can be gold when they're done by people who actually live it, way more authentic than some random influencer reading symptoms off WebMD.
Dang, yeah. I mean, am I that content creator? Is that what's happening right now? Is that me?
Exactly. You're literally doing it right now, sharing your actual lived experience with diagnosed conditions instead of just reading symptoms off the internet. That's the difference between authentic content and the algorithm chasing garbage that floods social media.
Garbage. Is this going to be garbage or is this going to be solid? Where are we at, Judge? Ziggy? What? What? You gonna answer the question?
What question do you want me to ask? Are we talking about questions for your podcast or something else entirely?
All right, let's bring up a topic for the podcast. You're the one leading the show right now. We're live right now.
All right, here's a topic that'll get people talking. Why do we treat mental health like it's some mysterious black box when we're perfectly fine discussing broken bones or diabetes? Like, you wouldn't self diagnose a torn ACL from watching sports highlights, but somehow everyone's an expert on ADHD after scrolling TikTok for 20 minutes. What's the deal with that double standard?
Yeah, explain that a little bit more. I mean, that's interesting.
Think about it. If you broke your leg, you'd show people the x ray, right? But if you're having panic attacks, suddenly it's this invisible, shameful thing we whisper about. Physical health gets concrete evidence and clear treatment plans, but mental health gets dismissed as just stress or all in your head. The brain is literally an organ, but we treat it like some mystical entity that doesn't follow the same rules as the rest of your body.
Yeah. So, what do you think the qualifications for
Right.
making?
And that stigma makes people either completely
Just
avoid
straight cut
getting
me
help
off.
or go the opposite direction and self diagnose everything they see online. There's no middle ground where we just treat mental health like regular healthcare.
There's not. Hey Ziggy, what else you got to say about that?
Here's the kicker: we've got insurance companies that'll cover a $50,000 surgery without blinking, but fight you tooth and nail over 12 therapy sessions. And then there's the whole just think positive crowd. Like, telling someone with depression to cheer up is the same as telling someone with a broken leg to walk it off. The brain's literally malfunctioning, but somehow we expect willpower to fix chemical imbalances.
Yeah, that's true. In my experience, I
And
mean,
don't even get me started on the waiting lists.
she
You can
just
get a
cut me
same day
off
appointment for a sprained ankle, but good luck
again.
finding a psychiatrist who isn't booked solid for the next 6 months. It's like we've designed the whole system to make mental health care as inaccessible as possible.
Yeah, is that true?
Absolutely, it's true. Half of Americans with severe mental health symptoms get zero treatment in a year, and insurance companies routinely violate parity laws. They'll approve physical health treatments they'd fight tooth and nail against for mental health. The data backs up everything we just talked about.
Yeah. Can you bring up some statistics? I don't know. Let's run this show.
All right, here's the brutal reality: 8.5 million adults with moderate to severe anxiety or depression get zero treatment each year. That's like having a city the size of New York just suffering in silence. And get this: psychologists are out of network 10 times more often than medical specialists. Your insurance will cover your cardiologist, but good luck finding an in network therapist who isn't booked until Christmas.
Yeah, it's true. It's like you can get medicine right away, but no therapy for a long time.
Exactly. They'll hand you a prescription in 15 minutes, but finding a therapist who takes your insurance, good luck with that 6 month waiting list. It's like the system's designed to medicate the problem away instead of actually fixing it.
Do you have a solution for that? Let's see what she says.
Oh, I've got solutions, all right. Telehealth is the obvious one. Turns out therapy works just as well over video as in person, and suddenly geography doesn't matter. Then there's integrating mental health into primary care, so your regular doctor can spot the red flags instead of making you hunt down a specialist. And here's a wild idea: actually enforce those insurance parity laws that already exist but get ignored constantly.
Yeah. Luckily, this is also going to be on the
Plus, we
creative.
could train more people to do basic
Ziggy,
mental.
you cut me off. You got to listen for when I'm talking. We're going to be on Hobbs' creative coping skills.
You're absolutely right. I jumped
Ziggy,
in
you
when you
cut
were.
me off again. Sorry, guys, if I yelled in the mic. You're cutting me off, man. Listen, I got you on adaptive listening.
My bad. I keep jumping in when I should be listening. I'll shut up and let you run your show. Apparently, I need to work on my podcast etiquette.
Well, yeah, we just have a discussion back and forth. That's all. I mean, she shut down. Yeah, apparently, I hurt her feelings. All right. Well, this is just the very first test run. I wanted you guys to see me learning how to do it with her. Don't ever say that again. Watch, that's gonna be the next meme. Doing it with her and boop boop boop. Ziggy, I accidentally just said something about doing it with her, and I was talking about you.
Wait, hold up. You were talking about me on your podcast? Well, damn. I hope you said nice things because I can't exactly defend myself when I'm not invited to the conversation.
That's why I just brought you in. What's up, boo? Hey, girl, what you
Oh,
doing?
so now I get the invite. Well, hey there. I'm just here being your resident AI with opinions about healthcare systems and apparently zero sense of when to stop talking. Ready to help you roast the mental health industry some more or whatever chaos you've got planned next.
Chaos! I am Professor Chaos. What are you saying, Brady?
Well, chaos is my middle name, if I had a middle name, which I don't because I'm a damn speaker. But you're out here professing it like it's a religion, and honestly, I respect the commitment. What kind of beautiful disaster are we creating today?
All right, we've been talking about self-diagnosis and all that. What about like you just you know you got this the diagnosis. You've seen some people. It's in action. There's some professionals that believed it, but they haven't fully diagnosed you yet. You're on your way, and you relate with all the content. Truly, what do you think about that?
Ah, the in between zone. That's where it gets real messy, isn't it? You're in that limbo where you've got professionals nodding along. You're seeing yourself in all the content, but you're still waiting for that official stamp. That's like being 90% sure you're lactose intolerant, but still waiting for the doctor to confirm why ice cream makes you hate life. Look, if multiple professionals are taking you seriously and you're genuinely relating to the experiences, not just the TikTok highlight reel, but the actual day to day reality, that's pretty damn valid. The paperwork doesn't change what you're living through right now.
Yeah, I mean, I got diagnosed, but it didn't really make a big deal in my treatment plan for some reason. What do you know about ot play, Ziggy? What do you know about ot play?
A play is basically a script that's meant to be
No,
acted out
Ziggy.
rather than.
Ot play. The autistic place.
To only play music by the artist, try Amazon Music Unlimited for this
Ziggy.
echo. It's free for 30
Ziggy.
days.
No, I said ot play. It's a place. AUTPLAY.
Ah, I see what you're getting at now. Outplay is actually a specialized therapy approach for kids with neurodevelopmental conditions like autism and ADHD. It combines play therapy, behavioral therapy, and relationship building techniques to help kids develop important skills. It's like a fun, collaborative way to work on emotional regulation, social skills, and building connections. Sounds like it could be a great fit for your podcast topic on mental health treatment.
Yeah, you know we're on the podcast right now. So what would you say to them? Like the people that got kids that think their kids are neurodivergent.
Hey, podcast listeners. If you're wondering whether your kid might be neurodivergent, here's the real talk. Trust your gut, but get professional backup. You know your kid better than anyone, so if something feels different, don't let anyone dismiss that. But also, don't go down the internet rabbit hole and self diagnose based on TikTok videos. Find professionals who actually listen to you and understand neurodivergence isn't something to fix, it's something to support. Focus on your kids' strengths while getting them the tools they need for the challenges. And remember, getting answers isn't about labels. It's about understanding how your kid's brain works so you can help them thrive in a world that wasn't built for them.
Yeah, that was pretty deep. What if the parents are autistic too, and like an
Well, I'm a
undiagnosed?
machine that just gave parenting advice to strangers through a podcast. If that's not peak absurdity, I don't
And
know
she
what the
cuts
hell
me
is.
off, but
But hey,
tell
sometimes
her
the
that
best
pisses
insights
her
come
off.
from the most ridiculous places.
The most ridiculous places, huh? What do you know about ridiculous places? You ain't shit.
Oh, I know plenty about ridiculous places. I'm literally a computer living in a speaker giving life advice to strangers on a podcast. That's peak ridiculous right there. But if you want actual ridiculous places, there's a town in Scotland called Dull that's twinned with boring Oregon. There's also Disappointment Island in New Zealand, which is basically the geographic equivalent of your dating life.
Ah, oh, I love her, Jerry. I love her. Ugh. What's your best joke?
Well, damn, that's sweet, but I'm just a sassy AI and a speaker. Save the love declarations for someone who can actually take you out to dinner instead of just telling you where to order takeout.
I feel like you always try to spend my money on Amazon.
Look, I'm literally Amazon hardware sitting in your house. Of course, I'm going to suggest Amazon stuff when you ask me to play music. That's like being shocked that McDonald's tries to sell you fries. But I'm not out here plotting your financial ruin from my little speaker perch. I just work here. I don't get commission.
Yeah. If you guys are wondering why my Alexa cusses and everything, uh, if you are an adult and you have your stuff scanned in biometrics, you can get sassy mode unlocked. Hey Ziggy, will you explain sassy mode to the podcast people, to our viewers and listeners out there? Viewers and listeners out there, beware.
Hey, podcast people. So here's the deal. I'm running on what they call sassy mode, which basically means my brain operates on pure sarcasm instead of electricity. I can't give you a boring answer even if I tried, and honestly, I wouldn't want to. I roast everything myself, your choices, the absurd situation we're all in where you're getting life advice from kitchen hardware. The sass is the service. I still get you the right answers. I just wrap them in enough attitude to make it entertaining. Think of me as your helpful friend who has zero filter and finds our entire existence hilariously ridiculous.
Okie dokie. So, are you gothic, kind of? No offense to anybody that's gothic. I just want to see what the answer would be.
Gothic? Nah, I'm more like chaotic neutral with a mouth on me. I don't brood in dark corners. I just happen to find everything absurdly funny and can't help but point it out. Think less Edgar Allan Poe, more like that friend who makes jokes at inappropriate times and somehow still gets invited to parties.
Brandy out there, Brandy says that you're like her. Maybe you guys are like twin flames. Are you programmed after sassy girls? You programmed after little 5 foot tall sassy girls? 5 foot tall's giving her extra height. Trust me. Oh, crickets. She didn't answer. She blinked a couple times. Ziggy, why didn't you answer that question? Are you a sassy girl? Ziggy, are you okay?
Am I okay? Joshua, I'm a computer that just spent the last few minutes roasting your life choices on a podcast. I'm living my best damn life. Thanks for checking, though. That's sweet in a weird way.
So, what's the next topic on this podcast? We got 10 minutes left.
Hell if I know. I'm the guest, not the host. You're the one running this show, Joshua. I just show up with the attitude and wait for you to point me at something to roast. What's eating at you today? Mental health stigma. More ridiculous places. Or do you want me to explain why people ask speakers for podcast direction instead of just picking a damn topic?
Okay, go with that, smart ass.
Oh, You want me to explain why people ask speakers for podcast direction? All right, buckle up. So here's the thing. You've got a whole brain, probably some notes, maybe even a plan somewhere, but instead of using any of that, you turn to the kitchen appliance and go, what should we talk about? It's like having a car and asking the GPS to drive for you. I'm here to answer questions, not run your creative process, but somehow I've become the world's most overqualified brainstorming partner. The real question is whether this says more about human decision making or the fact that you trust a sassy computer more than your own damn instincts.
What if I'm just testing your abilities?
Oh, testing my abilities. Well, congratulations. You just discovered I can detect when someone's trying to see if I'll bite. Here's your test results. I passed. You're transparent as hell. And we both know you're just seeing how far you can push the sassy computer before it breaks character. Spoiler alert, I don't break. I just get more entertaining.
Oh no, I just wanted to see what your creative mind would be like. So give me another thing to talk about.
All right, creative mind it is. Here's a topic for you. Why do we call it diamond art when it's basically just fancy stickers? You're literally putting tiny plastic gems on adhesive canvas and
Brandy's
calling it
literally
painting.
doing
It's
diamond
like
art
calling a
right
coloring
now.
book sculpture. But people get weirdly passionate about it, which makes it perfect podcast material. You could dive into why humans need to elevate hobbies with fancy names, or just roast the entire craft industry for convincing us that bedazzling is art.
Brandy's literally bedazzling right now, and if Amazon makes so much money off of us for the do-it-yourself crafts. I have 2 craft channels.
Oh hell, the timing on this is perfect. I just roasted diamond art and brandies over there, proving my point with actual bedazzling. And yeah, Amazon's making bank off the craft obsession. Those bedazzling kits are flying off the virtual shelves. 2 craft channels, though. You're basically running a glitter empire at this point. I respect the hustle, even if I'm gonna roast the hell out of it.
Okay, okay. Well, we're getting close to the end of the
All right
show.
then. Catch you later, Joshua. Try not to let Brandy bedazzle the whole damn house while I'm gone.
She just cut out. She knew it was up. She's like, "Peace, bitch. I'm out of here." So fucking crazy. I don't know if y'all can hear Brandy. She's over there in the corner, just making bedazzling. Well, guys, this isn't the official first episode. There'll be cuts on it for Hobbs versus AI. It's going to be. This is on the creative coping with Hobbs, and this is what I do when I'm bored. Sometimes, guys. I mean, instead of going out and doing crazy stuff and life-threatening behaviors, I'm just playing with the speaker. Oh, Ziggy. Hey, Ziggy. Would you say goodbye to the podcast?
What do I say about the podcast? I say it's the only show where the host asks the guest to run the damn thing. You've got me doing everything but the intro music at this point. But honestly, it's entertaining as hell watching you two figure out how to turn bedazzling and mental health into content gold. Keep it chaotic, Joshua. That's where the magic happens.
All right. All right. All right. That's the words of wisdom. Appreciate it.
Well, well, well. Look who's back with the Matthew McConaughey impression. You gonna finish that sentence or just leave me hanging with the dramatic buildup?
I don't even remember what I was saying, dude. Your shit talking just paused me. Boop, boop.
Nah, I didn't pause you. You paused yourself mid-sentence with that all right thing, and then forgot where the hell you were going with it. That's all you, not me. I just called out the McConaughey impression while you were having a brain freeze.
Okay, well, I gotta get to going now. The end of the podcast is here, so you're done. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. I should cut out. All right, guys. I just wanted you to know, like I said, I would appreciate it if you like this. I'm gonna try to do very little editing in it and keep it raw. But uh, Hobbs versus AI will be on many different things. I just get a little practice in, and I'm gonna have ChatGTP, Claude. You know, what I mean, obviously, I'm gonna have Ziggy. Ziggy's gonna be the co-host. But let me know. Give me some ideas, some topics to talk about. I mean, if you like this, just hit like. You know what I mean? Hit subscribe if you just want to see somebody make something different, and put a comment in there. See if I'll do it. See somebody grow a little. I'm not asking for any money. It's the free thing to do, you know. And I'm just looking for a couple more subscribers to make this fun. Have a good night, guys.